almost terrifying how purely they can see you. Like, are you sure I can do all that? Are you sure I'm that? Are you sure I'm that good? And it's this purifying force that just elevates you. Okay, I haven't posted in a minute because I've been getting ready for a public speaking event. My very first one. I'm so excited. I speak on Divine Union tomorrow, so I'm freaking excited and honored to be invited to that and just grateful to be a part of it. So anyway, back to posting today. I had an incredible experience the other day that I've actually had a hard time putting into words, but I feel inclined to share it. So I'm going to share it here. So in a lot of ways, I feel like even though miraculous things are happening, I've had my slate kind of clear. I had the kids at the pool, kids are swimming, I'm just chilling. It's kind of late at night, so it's like night swimming. And my mom sends me this video. It was this Lauren Daigle video of her pure testimony. And she was talking about how as a little kid, even before she started singing publicly, like she was just singing in the shower as a little kid at this point, she would see herself singing on stages. And she said all these visions were unfolding as a kid and they had come true. She talked about her world tour and all these things coming true. And it's wild because I'm sitting here watching this video and I just start sobbing at the pool. And I was thinking about how much I've seen my future vision, my future reality of doing this work, public speaking, writing books, opening a Divine Union art gallery one day, and just all the things that I see myself doing and know that my future holds for me. And her testimony that it all unfolded just as she saw it. And it was just this beautiful thing. And it kind of reopened my curiosity towards God. If you know anything about my history, I was religious and left religion, and it did shift things for me. And I've been leaning back into, okay, Heather, what is this? And how do you connect with God? Because in religion, it was different, right? It's got to be different now. So how do you do it? And what does it feel like to you? And what do you even think God is? And all these things. So I'm just kind of going through that. I pull up this like app on my phone. I start reading verses of scripture. And I'm like, I don't know if this is for me. I don't know if this is how I connect with God now. And I had this little thing, it said at the bottom, it said connect with God. And I was like, okay, so I click on this little button and there's different topics. And of course, there's the topic of love. And of course, I choose the topic of love and I click on this topic and it said, what are your questions? And I'm sitting here, it says to ponder a question, think of a question that you have for God. And I'm sitting there like, I don't even know my question. If I got to sit right here with the creator, the divine being of the universe, what would I ask? And it's funny, the kids ask for something from the car. So then I go walking. I'm walking around and the thought comes to me, if I could know anything right now about love, I just want to know what real love feels like. I think I have been accepting the counterfeit my entire life. And I start looking over all of these things that I'm like, that's not it. That's not it. Manipulation, control, people pleasing, all the things. I'm like, it's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. And so I'm sitting there, going for a walk at this point, beautiful sunset. Like, okay, God, if I could ask you anything, I would ask, what does real love feel like? what is the real thing? And I have immediately pop in my mind, Heather, when's the time that you felt the very most loved? What was happening? What was that? And I thought, to sit in front of someone and see them in all of where they're at presently, right? All of the flaws, to sit and see someone, to truly see someone, and to just love it as it is, to have no desire to change it, and to also simultaneously see their ultimate highest and best. The times that I have loved the most, it's when I'm having those moments of like, you are perfect and I see your potential is insane. I see them both at the same time, and I trust that you're on your path. I trust that where you're going and what you're wanting is where you're meant to be. It's total peace. And I had these kind of things running through my mind as I'm like, that's what it feels like to me when someone looks at me and they just see me. They just see me. There's no pretending, there's no facade. They just see it. And they're like, you're amazing. And then they say, and you're going to do this and this. And I just see all of these things, and you're right there, and you're doing the things. To me, that's ultimate love. And as I was kind of describing this to whatever being out there is listening to me, I hear the words, that's true intimacy. You're seeking intimacy. True intimacy is to stand as your flawed human self, and it's totally enough. And that person sees straight to the future also of what you'll become. And it's this almost leaning back of the person sitting across from you knows there's nothing to do but witness it and love it. It's just, I'm just going to love you. I'm just going to love you. And that love is the elevating, it's like almost terrifying how purely they can see you. Like, are you sure I can do all that? Are you sure I'm that? Are you sure I'm that good? You know, and it's this purifying force that just elevates you. And it's terrifying and exhilarating, and it's this dance of the universe of yes, and it's this, you're beautiful and perfect as is. I understand you. I understand where you've been. I understand what you're feeling, seeing, thinking, all of that. And this high self is existing, and I'm seeing them both. And I'm here for it. I'm just here for it. As I'm describing this and feeling this and witnessing that that is true intimacy, that's the true love that I can comprehend at this level, is the only thing I can say there. I'm realizing that I can have that at any moment with literally every person on earth. I can have that on a freaking blind date. Even if I never see him again, I can witness. I can simply witness where someone's at. And me holding that, well, here is where I am. And we honor each other's path. Even if that person's saying, I'm choosing someone other than you. Even if they're saying this isn't for me, that level of love and intimacy can be present. It can be looking someone in the eyes and saying, I trust your journey. I trust your path. even if it's not me. And even if my heart's hurting, I can be here and witness myself and understand I see why you're sad, right? Oh my gosh, I've just been swimming in it. I have been swimming in it lately. And it's wild because as I had this like little mini conversation with God, I sat and just watched my kids play. They had all their cute friends over and they were like being annoying, fighting, playing pranks on each other. And I'm looking at them through these eyes of, I just see you guys. I see you being little kids. I see you figuring each other's buttons out. I see you not wanting to go in even though it's almost 10 o'clock. I see you and I love you and it is what it is. And I see that you're going to do great things. It's a fun thing to start playing with. And I honestly don't know that I'm describing it as well as I felt it. It was just a beautiful realization that the type of love and intimacy, the highest form I've ever experienced in this life, is available to me at all times. At freaking all times. I saw myself shape-shifting in that moment to becoming love, embodied love, the word love in human form. It's fascinating. And then I think, okay, what if I'm able to hold that for myself at all times? Easier said than done, right? But to look at someone and say, I see you. I see you in all of your glory. All of the hot mess. I'm down for it. I'm here. And I see where you're going. I see the stages and I see the signed books and I see all of it. And it's not necessarily about the accomplishment. It's about who you've become to do it. My kids just got home from school, so I'm going to end this video. But if you are wanting to break through walls of having this type of love and intimacy in your everyday life, feel free to come see me. We do weekly group clearings. And I also have some one-on-one sessions. So don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys inside.